After 3 years of learning smart money concepts, something finally clicked. I realized the reason most traders struggle isn't because they're missing effort. It's because they're missing entry clarity. That's why I built the SMCX, the ultimate tool to simplify smart money trading and master your entries with confidence. If you're like most traders, you've probably been taught to wait for confirmation. But the question is, confirmation of what? Do you enter after a sweep, after a shift, after the candle closes? Most traders get trapped here. They hesitate, second guess, or jump in too late. And that's exactly where the losses pile up. You know, smart money concepts works, but it's hard to time it, hard to execute it, and hard to trust it. SMCX changes that. It reads the market like a smart money trader would, tracking liquidity sweeps, bias shifts, and key fractal structure in real time. Then it gives you a precise entry confirmation, right when everything aligns. You'll know the bias, you'll know the timing, and you'll know exactly where and when to enter without hesitation. SMCX isn't just an indicator, it's your edge. This is your sniper tool, your clean high R&R, no clutter solution to finally catch trades with confidence. Let me show you exactly how it works. Most traders look at the chart and nothing looks clear. It's hard to tell where and when is the best place to enter. You either miss the move or get wicked out. Now watch what happens when we turn on SMCX. Suddenly everything looks clearer. Price sweeps liquidity, confirmation of reversal, entry signal is printed, and boom. No overthinking, just clarity. This is where you enter, stop goes above the sweep, tight and safe, and the trade runs. Clean, mechanical, and stress-free. That's the difference. Let me show you another. On gold, sweep, shift, entry signal appears, price takes off. On BTC, same thing. Sweep, flip, entry signal, boom. This isn't the normal SMC indicator that you find everywhere else. Let us now dive onto the charts and I can show you a real example of how this works. Alright guys, I'm here on the charts looking at Magic USDT. This is a cryptocurrency token, but SMCX works on any asset class. So the first thing I do whenever I come to look for a potential trade, I look on the higher time frame. So right now I've just come onto the 3-day time frame. I look on a daily, a 4-hour, just to look at things from a broader perspective. Something I always look for is looking for fair value gaps on a higher time frame. As you can see, we've got a very nice fair value gap located here. When I came to the chart, this token had literally just tapped into this fair value gap. So it was showing me this is the potential I want to look for, because the number one step in our formula is we want to wait for price to come to a key level first. Once it comes to a key level, then we can zoom in and start looking at the SMCX indicator and see how it will align us with the perfect entry. So then I come on to a lower time frame. I like to always start on a 1 hour, and then I like to turn on SMCX and look at the combination. So you can see SMCX works by creating a higher time frame candle next to the lower time frame candle. So it allows you to synchronize the higher time frame with the lower time frame at the same time. So you can see over here, this is our higher time frame, 4 hour. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see SMCX comes with a little dashboard that shows you the model you're on, and it shows you if you're looking for bearish or bullish setups. I have it set primarily for bearish setups right now because I'm looking for shorts, but you can set it for bullish or bullish and bearish at the same time. But if I set it for bearish, it's only going to show me bearish setups right now. If you look in the top right hand corner, this is our sweep dashboard. If you see a red, it's showing you that there's a potential sweep on the 30-minute. If you can see a green, it's showing you it's a potential sweep long or a potential sweep short. So this is our sweep dashboard letting you know where potential manipulation is happening and on what time frame it is happening. So let us get back to the trade. So you can see price tapped into the fair value gap on the higher time frame. But remember, if price taps into a fair value gap or a key level, that doesn't mean you you enter. That just means you're getting interested and now you're looking for more confluences. And this is where we look primarily on SMCX and we're looking for failure to displace or manipulation reversal patterns. So what I did was I got to the chart roundabout here and you can see there's a lot going on. I'm always looking for the CISD formula, which I've explained in my previous videos. I'm looking for compression, inducement, a sweep, and then displacement. So you can see over here, price tapped into a key level and it starts going into compression. Price is building up. There's a build up happening. SMCX is starting to create sweeps because it's identifying sweeps over here. You can see on the 4-hour chart, there's a sweep happening. So it is identifying the sweep, but we are still waiting for the CISD pattern to play out. And what I'm wanting to see is I'm wanting to see price, form this contraction or this compression, then this inducement and this big sweep taking out the highs. And then we get the real manipulation and then we get this big drop to the downside. At the same time, we've got a swing high being formed over here, which turns out to be a previous day high. And this is our liquidity as well. So once price gets into a key level, we're anticipating that the manipulation phases are going to play out. So we want to wait to see manipulation. Once we can identify manipulation, then you have a very good chance of identifying when the reversal is going to happen and the swing is going to be formed. We wait, and there you go. We get this massive wick up. Now you can clearly see that this is massive manipulation. At the same time, you can see we've got a sweep happening. SMCX marks sweeps on higher time frames, and then it links those sweeps onto the lower time frame, marking out the CISD levels. So I've just dropped down to a 1-minute chart, and this is exactly what I noticed. If I zoom up a bit, so you can see price came and it took out our previous day high. This is what I was looking for. Second thing, look at this aggressive movement to the upside. So reversals, a true reversal will always be followed by this aggressive movement up. We get the displacement in the opposite direction just as quick. So you can see, then we got this displacement down. You can see big wick up, wick down, but I was waiting for confirmation on the higher time frame. SMCX, you always want to get confirmation on your higher time frame candles. I'm currently on the 1-minute, 15-minute model, so it's showing me a 15-minute higher time frame and then a 1-minute lower time frame. Because this asset was moving with such aggression, then I will go to a lower time frame to get a better entry. You can see, so I waited, and this was my entry right here as I got this confirmation. So you can see as we get a higher time frame failure to displace happening, you can see price is failing to displace past the previous high. Price breaks down, it forms the sweep, and then it automatically marks out the CISD level. So as price broke that CISD level, that's where I got my entry. It was somewhere around here was my entry, and then my stop loss just became above this swing high point. So I came onto a higher time frame to target the liquidity level. So we've just come onto a higher time frame. This is the 15-minute 4-hour SMCX model, and you can see we get this massive move to the upside. We get our CISD being produced over here. So we got multiple signals being produced on different time frames. If you went onto a lower time frame, you would have got a better entry. But even staying on the 15-minute 1-hour model, you would get a fantastic entry because look, this is showing us a 4-hour sweep is occurring. And when we get these 4-hour sweeps occurring, there's a big chance we're going to get a reversal because it's forming a swing high in the market. The market needs to form a swing high or a swing low for a reversal to occur. And my targets were going to be this liquidity line over here. First liquidity target number 1, second liquidity target number 2. SMCX automatically marks out the most relevant liquidity areas and targets for your entries. So I entered roundabout just at this level. As price broke the CISD, I entered on the lower time frame, targeting lower down. You can see this was my first target, it was hit over here. My second target was hit down here. It took a little bit longer to hit that target, but also notice, guys, so in the SMCX model, we talk about catching these reversals, which SMCX helps you catch these reversals perfectly. If you miss the reversal, we teach you how to catch the continuation after the reversal. So usually when we get this displacement, you can see we get the reversal, we get the displacement, then we get imbalances that are formed. And these imbalances become excellent places to look for these continuation entries. So if we play it out, this would have been a fantastic place. And I think price came back to this level multiple times. That's one place to look for. If we want to look for other continuation entries, we mark out the opposing candle levels. You can see over here, this is an opposing level over here, and price taps the opposing level perfectly. We go into detail in the SMCX course on how to mark out these opposing levels. These are teaching you the infrastructure of trading candles. And you can see as we get displacement coming down, I'll show you how to mark these out. As we get displacement coming down, and then we get the retracement after the displacement, we get this base that's being formed. And this is a scaffolding base. Once that base gets broken, that becomes your entry. So you can enter on the break, or price comes to retrace, and you can see price came back to tap into this key level 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. You could have entered off it. At the same time, it was a 15-minute fair value gap that was formed. If we go into the 15-minute quickly, you can see we got a 15-minute fair value gap that was being formed here as well. So this would have given you multiple entries. And if we just fast forward from that point, we can see price taps into, comes down. Okay, it goes up a little bit. Then it eventually comes down and taps into our liquidity. So these liquidity lines that are here are very calculated. They're not just random. SMCX is very intuitive in how it calculates after the reversal the most relevant targets for you. So there we go. That would have been your exit point. So you would have got two fantastic entries. You would have caught your reversal entry, or you would have caught your continuation entry in the SMCX model. The indicator helps you identify the best places for reversals, continuations, and we provide a full-on training course on how to use the indicator. If you want to find out more, check out the link below. There's a free trial. You can test out 3 days to test it out. If you want to learn how you can use SMCX to win more trades, then click this link now. If you want to dive deeper, I'm going to show you an exact walkthrough of this indicator, how it works, all the examples you need, and how you can use it to win in the markets.